Hey, let's see. I think I'm gonna mainly explore like this area and then perhaps go here to help out with the wolves. I've been told, however, to not attempt this rift just yet because it's fucking hard considering the level that I'm in. But I'm gonna do all of this first. Then I'm gonna go back to Haven and I'm gonna equip everyone with like better armor, better weapons, and all of that. So we're all up to date to that and sell some of my old stuff. And then we'll see where to go from there, how much time there's left. I just noticed as well, I can level myself up. What should I get? Is the question. Let's see. What is this? The more magical energy you expend, the more damage your spells do. Or static cage or charge. You sieve yourself in lightning while casting spells. Enemies that attempt to interrupt your casting with attacks are struck by arcs and leave him paralyzed. Ooh. I can't do that yet. I need to have this one to be able to get that. Okay. I can get this done and then we can go there. Okay, let's see. If one more shard there. How do we get there exactly? I believe it's along here, right? Some elf root. Ah, it's there, okay. Get up here. Oh, we're basically right next to the Astarian. And it's right there, okay. That's good. Get that. There we go. Okay, let's see. Failure to deliver, we can get that. I believe we have to go down for this then. There we go. We'll get some hunters. Or outlaw. Nutrient lightning. Oh! What is that? Can't get away from it. Do energy barrage. Nutrient lightning again. There we go. Silver earring, gold and reinforced shield, enchanted block and smash ring. I'm guessing that's for the warriors. Ooh.
We'll need to look around.
Ooh. We got gold and a Carta code. Nice. I'm guessing that was it for that. Yeah. Then we can go in this direction. Anything here? Can't go there. Let's see. I'm guessing we have to go to the river again here to be able to get there. Get spindleweed. There was some elf fruit here that we can get. Some elf fruit here. Let's not go to that rift. Okay, let's see. Got more spindleweed. Ooh, here they are, wolves. Can we chain lightning? Okay. There's more here.
Nest dog, wolves, whatever.
Let's put this down. Oopsie. Can put static cage down. Static cage down as well. New chain lightning. There we go. Let's see what they have. Canine leather. And again. And again.
That cave could be the lair of these strange wolves.
Let's see. Got more elf fruit here. Ooh, there is a demon. Can do immolate there. Ooh, let's get out of there. Oh. Okay, let's see. Take a health. Get away from here. Oh. Let's put this down. New chain lightning.
Farmers should be safe now.
My joy at this news is unrivaled, dear.
There we go, got canine leather. And, ooh, token of the Packmaster. Got +2 sunder on hit. Let's see. Maybe one of you guys could have it. Maybe you, Blackwolf. And what about this? Can have that. And that. Maybe. Ah, that's. Never mind. Can get that, I guess. Yeah, that's about it. Got some onyx here. Here. Food. Nothing. What about up here? Oh, there's something here. Disciple fire staff. There we go. Ah, there's some loot there as well. Let's see. There we go. Exacting longbow. A crystal craze. No loot here. With grenade belt. There we go. Took some damage. Ooh, what's this? Got money. Oh, and mosaic piece. Plate weave and high ever weave. There we go. Okay, I think that's it. We can then go back, right, to the wife and tell her about it. Ah, got some loot here as well. Wolf fangs. Ooh, outlaw. Put this down. Do energy barrage. There you go. Dalish toy soldier. And enhanced block and slash, right? Nug. Ooh. What is that? Oh, outlaw. I didn't even notice him. Can't put this down. No chain lightning. There we go. Knock skin. Medium free army armor. An enhanced horn of valor. There we go. Spindle wheat. Rico can get back up. And then we can go to the wife, tell her about what we did.
I sent a box of rabbit raisins to some Lord What's-His-Tits in your name.
That explains the letter of gratitude. They were, by all accounts, delicious.
Ew! Ew! Ew!
You underestimate both the fragility of his holdings and the severity of tribute demanded of him in the past. Perhaps he was grateful it was not a stew made of some lesser cousin.
That's lies, right? Must be lies.
You deal with the wolves, and our farmers will be safe again.
I stopped the wolves.
The wolves should be back to normal now. There shouldn't be any further trouble.
That's good to hear. I'll send word to the farmers and let my husband know what you've done. It may not seem like much, but you've given this land hope it desperately needed. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, now we can go ahead and go back to Haven. Okay, I'll quickly take care of the armor situation then.
Horses. You think that'll make a difference?
Master Dennet's horses in the hinterlands are faster and stronger than anything we've got here. A good horse can make all the difference. The mare I grew up with saved my life. She died when the demons attacked.
I'm sorry.
Feels silly to mourn a horse, with all the people we've lit pyres for.
Well, like you said, a good horse can make all the difference.
That's very true.
Send Visser our thanks for the refreshment.
Great. I will quickly take care of all of this. I'll make like a montage or something, and then I'll be right back. Ah, I see. Now there's an actual difference between the armors. I don't have enough high ever weave nor lustrous cotton to be able to get the 94, so I can only have the 81, it looks like. Yeah. I'll do it from that one then. Can get that one, I guess. There we go. Okay, there we go. So I couldn't make any swords or like one-handed swords because I didn't have any schematics for it. I only had schematics for the grip of a one-handed sword, which there was not really anything that could have gotten there because Cassandra's one only can have a rune, and I believe Blackwall already had a grip on it, which was pretty good. But I got Sarah a new bow. I didn't have any armor that was better than the one that she was wearing now. I got Blackwall new armor. I got her a new staff, a new armor. Solo's a new staff, same armor still. Varric, I got new armor. Iron Bull, I got new armor and a new sword. Didn't have any grips, however, for two-handed weapons. And I know there was also I have the Chakra Tar armor, which would have technically been way better for Iron Bull, considering Shokratar is a Kunari armor. But the thing is that it cannot have these like arms and legs on it, which can give me more stuff. So that's why I decided I'm just gonna have it like this, so it can have more like strength and stagger on hit, melee defense, and all that. And for myself, that was about it. Which one is better? I can get that one. And now I can sell all of that. Let's see, sell. Goodbye. There we go, and same with weapons. I'm gonna keep the blue stuff and purple stuff just in case. But all the gray shit can go. And if I don't need it, I can always sell it again. Yeah. Maybe, let's see. That one is worse, so I can get rid of it. I can get rid of that. Yeah, I think that should be okay. Maybe valuables. Can sell that. Yeah. Anything else? No. Okay, that's about it then. We'll go talk with Blackwall.
I've heard rumors of abandoned warden camps all over these parts. If we have time, I'd like to take a look. See if there's anything we can salvage.
Sure. Tell me about the wardens.
Let's talk about the Grey Wardens. You must know a lot about them.
The wardens. I'm afraid we're less exciting than we seem.
What do wardens do?
The Blight's been over for 10 years. What do wardens do when the world's not ending?
There is still darkspawn. Just because we killed so many in Ferelden doesn't mean they're gone. And the world is
That's
not
true.
so peaceful that there's no use for good men with swords.
True
Sometimes
again.
you have to figure out for yourself what the pledge to protect others really means. It's not always about just archdemons and blights.
What was your role in the Blight?
Where were you during the Blight?
I was in Ferelden, on my own like always. Quietly killed my fair share of darkspawn too.
Why didn't you help out the hero of Ferelden then? Why were you traveling alone?
You haven't had contact with other wardens for a while. Why were you on your own?
It's what I've always done. Recruitment only requires one man. Besides, I've always been a loner. Works best for everyone that way.
Where have the wardens gone?
So you have no idea where the rest of the wardens are?
Do you find that odd? The Blight is over. We don't need an organized force. And orders don't change much from day to day. For the last 1,000 years or so, it's been just find darkspawn, kill them, repeat as necessary.
Let's speak later.
Let's continue this at another time.
As you wish. I'll be here if you need me.
There we go. Okay, so we need to Memories of the Grey. I see. The Inner Circle. Memories of the Grey. Blackwall possesses maps that chart old warden camps and outposts throughout Ferelden and Orlais. The wardens who abandoned these camps may have left behind artifacts of interest to Blackwall. So we can find them in Empress de Lyon, Fallowmire, Western Approach, Hinterlands, and Stormcoast. Ah, okay, so we can find these now. Then we also have Seeing Red, which we already have a few of for Ferric. There we go. Let's go speak with Iron Bull.
What can I do for you?
Tell me of the Ben Hasref.
I'd like to know more about your work with the Ben Hasrath.
Ben Hasrath is actually a general term. You've got the secret police who investigate problems inside our territory. You've got the re-educators who take people with problems and fix their minds. Or make them disappear. And then you've got the spies.
Re-educators?
How do the re-educators work?
I only know the basics. Wasn't my area. That said, keep a man awake long enough. Ask the right questions, give the right potions, and you can get him to say anything. You don't need blood magic or demons to change someone's mind. We're a lot more fragile than we'd like to believe.
Is it really that easy?
You can alter someone's beliefs that easily.
One of my friends was a re-educator. He said that every memory is like the page of a book. When you examine a memory, you're turning to that page, and when you're there, the page is laid bare. Write a few notes in the margins of the page, erase a word here and there, and your whole outlook changes. Always felt a little weird reading after that conversation.
That's revolting.
The re-educators sound horrible.
Yeah, they probably do. Here's the thing, though. What happens in Orlais when you commit a crime or betray a lord? They just lop your head off. At least the Qunari try to fix you.
None sound like you.
None of those sound exactly like you.
Yeah, I was a special case. They sent me to Saharan because they needed someone who could fight and hunt down problems. That whole island was a sack of cats. Incursions from Tevinter, Tal Vashath, and native rebels fighting both sides. And in the middle, me, trying to wrangle the rebels and restore order.
Sounds difficult.
I can't imagine that was easy.
Nope. I hunted down a lot of rebels. Lost a lot of friends to the Vince, or the Fog Warriors, or the Tal Vashath. One day I woke up and couldn't think of a damned reason to keep doing my job. Turned myself into the re-educators.
Even knowing what they did?
You'd heard what the re-educators did to their prisoners.
Yes, I had. I wanted them to fix me like they fixed them. The Ben Hasrath ordered me to go to Orlais, ostensibly as a Tal Vashath, and work undercover. That's how I ended up here.
You've had a hard time.
It sounds like you had a rough life under the Qun.
What, 3 meals a day and free sex whenever I need it? I came out here for the challenge, boss. Figured I'd rough it with you savages. Anyway, nice talking with you.
Nice talking with you too. Hello, Crab.
Can I help you with anything?
How can we use you?
Iron Bull said the charges were at my disposal. Do you have any suggestions on how to use them?
Nothing jumps out at me. If I come up with any ideas, I'll let you know.
Tell me about the charges.
Can we talk about the Bull's charges?
Best company you'll find from here to the Anderfells. In my time with the Chief, we've gone up against everything from bandits to magic trees. We're expensive, but you'll never doubt we're worth it. Want to know anything in particular?
What are your abilities?
Do the charges specialize in anything from a tactical standpoint?
Bull doesn't want us large enough to work as an army. We're better as shock troops, as skirmishers. We've got archers for hitting enemy infantry, Dalish with more archery, and Skinner and people on the flanks. Rocky handles fortifications and traps, and Stitches keeps us all fighting. They mostly hold back. I'll lead the frontline fighters with Grim, and the Chief goes wherever he can hit something.
Tell me of an interesting job.
You said something about everything from bandits to magic trees. I'll admit to some curiosity.
Right. Sylvans. That's what Dalish called them. Apparently spirits can possess trees, too. Some noble in the Dales, and they really don't like it when you call them Dalish nobles, had a haunted forest. His family had abandoned the land, but he wanted it back. The Chief bought us all axes, and in we went. Between the axes and the torches, the Sylvans weren't too bad. Worst part was the squirrels.
The squirrels? Do you follow rules?
Are there rules for how mercenaries operate?
If you don't want some noble to treat you like bandits, yes. There's also a code of conduct most companies hold to. Keeps things civilized on the battlefield. We accept surrenders for ransom from mercenaries, nobles, and soldiers wearing a lord's colours. Our prisoners are treated well, injuries tended. We'd want the same for any of ours who got captured.
Fair enough.
We'll talk later.
Okay, let's see. We can go speak with Cassandra.
Do you need something?
Tell me... Well, let's talk about the Chantry.
May I ask you about the Chantry?
It is difficult to say what becomes of the Chantry now. They have no Templars, no leadership, and no one left who is worthy of succeeding the Divine. It has fallen apart when everyone needs it the most. I ache to think what this will mean in the days to come.
Should the Chantry be saved?
Do you really believe the Chantry is worth preserving?
I do. Though I understand how someone born outside of human society might think otherwise. Cast the Chantry aside and new problems replace old ones. We will have learned nothing from history. The people need stability, and the Chantry needs a new purpose. Andraste had a dream for us. It can still be achieved.
What new purpose?
So, what should this new purpose be?
A dedication to what is truly important. Instead of building cathedrals and sewing gowns for the Divine, the Chantry used to spend its coin feeding the poor. If we are to spread the Maker's word across the world, we must do so with open hearts and open hands.
You sound like an idealist.
That sounds rather idealistic of you.
Does it? I do not think it's so unachievable. The Chantry has many good, honest people. They just need direction and inspiration. They need to be freed from centuries of adherence to tradition and ceremony. A chance for renewal is at our fingertips. It does not have to come with utter chaos.
Who is Chancellor Roderick?
What influence does Chancellor Roderick really wield?
He's a bureaucrat, responsible for communicating the Divine's will to the rest of the Chantry. Therefore, he's accustomed to the clerics hanging on his every word, hoping his influence will benefit them. Despite that, Roderick is not a bad man. He's frightened, and believes his place is to fill the gap left by Most Holy's death. Some might agree. As far down the chain of command as he is, there is no one left above him.
Will he be a problem?
How big a problem could he be?
No more than he is already. He sent his message to the College of Clerics. That is the only card he had to play. Dealing with him further only lends him credibility he doesn't deserve.
Will there be a new Divine?
Will the Chantry replace Divine Justinian?
They will try. Once the priests withdraw for the Grand Consensus, it is against Chantry law for them to emerge without naming a new Divine. Sometimes it takes days, or weeks, or even months. The problem now is that no clear successor to Justinia exists. All worthy clerics died with her at the conclave.
What if they don't agree?
So what happens if they can't agree on someone?
Theoretically, they will argue until exhaustion takes them or they see reason. Practically, however, if the Grand Consensus goes on too long, the Chantry will crumble. Any cleric with ambition but little sense will see this as her one chance, and plenty of such clerics exist. We shall see what happens. The Inquisition must act in the meantime.
Would you serve a new Divine?
If they do choose a new Divine, will you serve her?
That depends on whether she would have me. I am a rebel now, remember? And even if she would, I do not know. It would depend on what type of Divine she is. I am no longer in a position to follow blindly, and no new Divine could expect such obedience now.
Why did you leave the Chantry?
I'm surprised you rebelled against the Chantry.
I left my own order when they took the wrong path. It is no different. But in neither case did I stop caring. Indeed, I care so much that I feel drastic action is necessary. I suppose history shall one day judge my actions.
That's all for now.
Thank you.
There we go. Let's see. Colin?
Was there something you needed?
Tell me about yourself.
I should get to know you better. We are working together after all.
would you like to know?
All right. Where are you from?
How to act for Eldon. My esteemed Lady Sidonia. I would like to take full responsibility for Lady Marchalette's odd behavior of late. You see, we recently began the study of history. I thought it would do the young mistress some good to be exposed to all Fedosian cultures and not just Orlays. It was a foolish thought. Regrettably, your dear daughter has taken a particular interest in Ferelden folklore. She first developed an affinity for King Calenhad, which seems to have developed into a borderline infatuation. She stared at me, eyes wide, when I told her how he unified the barbarians with his allegedly incomparable might and charisma. Every time I tried to move the lesson on to something more important, she insisted I tell her again about Calenhad. Now the Ferelden say his hair was twice as yellow as the sun and his chin more chiseled than the tallest peak in the Frostbacks. Twice now, I had to tear down drawings she tacked up in her bedroom of the man shirtless. Then we moved on to the werewolves, which was even worse. As you may already know, the Fereldens venerate the folk heroes Dane and Hafter. Dane was said to have been a werewolf and Hafter to have descended from one. No enlightened man or woman could ever view such a beast people with anything but revulsion. But you know Fereldens and their love of wildlife. Unfortunately, these tales of the wolfman set the little mistress' imagination afire. When she suggested we put on a play for you and her lord father, I could not say no. I'm afraid that's why Marchalette was running through the mansion wearing wet furs and frightening the chambermaids. She was rehearsing a scene in which Hafter drives back the Darkspawn. I've been informed that some priceless family heirlooms were destroyed amidst all that confusion, and I cannot fully express my dismay. I understand if my abject failure as a tutor results in my immediate dismissal. A letter from Brother Bernard, former employer.
I grew up in Ferelden near Hondor. I was transferred to Kirkwall shortly after the Blight. This is the first I've returned in almost 10 years.
Varric from Kirkwall.
Varric from Kirkwall. Did you two know each other?
I knew he was friends with the champion of Kirkwall, but little else. We've spoken more since I joined the Inquisition, largely at Varric's insistence. Apparently I spend too much time with a serious expression on my face, and it's bad for my health.
You were away a long time.
You haven't seen Ferelden in 10 years. Are you glad to be back?
I was not sorry to leave at the time. I did not expect to return. Now, between the Divine's murder and the breach, I've arrived to find nothing but chaos.
Tell me about the Blight.
You were in Ferelden during the Blight. Did you fight Darkspawn?
No. I was stationed at Ferelden's Circle Tower. The Circle had troubles of its own. I remained there during the Blight.
What happened at the Circle?
What happened at the Circle Tower?
Few who survived the Blight have fond memories of that time. I would prefer not to speak of it.
Tell me about Kirkwall.
What was Kirkwall like?
While I was there, Canary occupied and then attacked the city. The Viscount's murder caused political unrest. Relations between mages and Templars fell apart. The Apostate blew up the Chantry, and the Knight Commander went mad. Other than that, it was fine.
Tell me about the rebellion.
What happened between Kirkwall's mages and Templars?
You were at the Conclave. You must have heard people speak of it.
Yes, but you were there.
There was tension between mages and Templars long before I arrived. Eventually, it reached a breaking point. There was fighting in the streets. Abominations began killing both sides. It was a nightmare.
How did it end?
What happened then?
The Templars should have restored order, but Red Lyrium had driven Knight Commander Meredith mad. She threatened to kill Kirkwall's champion, turned on her own men. I'm not sure how far she would have gone. Too far.
So you opposed her?
I stood with the champion against her, in the end. I should have seen through Meredith sooner.
That's all for now.
I'll let you return to your work.
Another time, then.
It's interesting to hear his perspective on it. Let's see. Is there anything new here?
Good luck sealing those rifts.
Thank you. Ooh. There we go. Nice.
Let all repeat the chant of light. Only the word dispels the darkness.
Need something?
I have a personal question.
Can I ask you something, Varric?
You want to talk about me? I'm flattered. Also inclined toward extravagant lies.
How do you know Cassandra?
How do you and Cassandra know each other?
You heard about the Kirkwall Chantry being destroyed? The guy responsible used to be a friend of mine. The Seeker had questions about that, and I had answers.
What do you do?
I'm not clear on your line of work. You're a merchant?
I'm a businessman. My family has a seat in the Dwarven Merchants Guild. Merchants buy and sell goods. Businessmen buy and sell stores. In my spare time, I manage a spy network, and occasionally, I write books.
Could you do Liliana's job?
If you've run a spy network, why is Liliana our spy master?
To be honest with you, she's just a better spy master. The truly great ones can keep their distance. They don't get attached to their people. Me, I always wind up babysitting my informants and worrying about their families. We're in better hands with her.
What books do you write?
You're an author. What kind of books have you written?
I've tried my hands at a few genres. My crime serials are my most popular. Hard in Hightown, guards breaking the rules to get things done. The Tale of the Champion is the most famous thing I've written, or infamous maybe. I started a romance serial once, Swords and Shields, but to be honest, I don't have a knack for romances. Most of my stories end in tragedy. Probably that says something unfortunate about me personally.
What shops do you own?
What sort of shops do you own?
Actually, we don't own shops. That was just an example. Mostly we invest in money lenders. Auction houses, a few mercenary companies, a couple of smithies. I think we own half a beet plantation in Ravane somewhere. Most of that's my brother's doing. Bartrand had business sense. Not much tact, but loads of business sense.
Tell me about Bianca.
Where did you get that crossbow? I've never seen one like it.
Bianca? She's one of a kind. Funny story. I bought a salvage ship and found her locked in a dragonbone reinforced chest in the hold. I broke 3 dozen lockpicks and blunted 9 saws opening that trunk, but it was worth it.
Why Bianca?
Who is she named for?
I can't tell you.
Why not?
And the reason for that is?
Complicated. It's the one story I'll never tell. We just have to leave it at that.
Where are you from?
Are you from Ferelden? Olay?
Free Marches, born and raised in Kirkwall. And despite whatever you've heard, no, Kirkwall's not that bad.
Fair enough.
Thanks, Varric.
No problem.
Okay, let's see. Sarah?
Got the door again, Flissa. Don't know how it keeps breaking. She's a feisty one.
Chasing mages, that's a Templar's job. A big, armoured, pissed-off helm polisher. Not too late to go find some.
Never
Or
thought the
stay home.
Inquisition would be recruiting thieves to its ranks.
I need a lockpicked.
I was wondering if you could look at some locks for me.
What, the doors under the chantry?
You know about them.
Places have doors. I just wasn't interested in poking through some sister's breeches. Whatever floats you. Consider them open, yeah?
Yes, thank you. Okay, let's see. We can go to Solus.
can I do for you?
Tell me about elves.
I'd be interested in hearing your opinions on elven culture.
I thought you would be more interested in sharing your opinions of elven culture. You are Dalish, are you not?
Proudly.
Yes, I am. The Dalish are the best hope for preserving the culture of our people.
Our people. You use that phrase so casually. It should mean more. But the Dalish have forgotten that, among other things.
Oh, but you know the truth, right?
While they pass on stories, mangling details, I walk the Fade. I have seen things they have not.
We are trying. Accept that.
Irabellis, Haren. If the Dalish have done you a disservice, I would make that right. What course would you set for them that is better than what they know now?
You are right, of course. The fault is mine, for expecting what the Dalish could never truly accomplish. Irabelas, Dalen. If I can offer any understanding, you have but to ask.
Tell me about elven magic.
Is the magic they teach in the Circle different from the magic I learned with my people?
No and yes. Magic is magic, just as water is water, but it can be used in different ways. Dalish magic is more practical, not needing chantry approval, although they still frown on blood magic. Superstition. Much of it is more subtle. A legacy from when elves were immortal.
Was immortality due to magic?
The legends of elven immortality. Did they use magic to increase their lifespan?
No. It was simply part of being elven. The subtle beauty of their magic was the effect, not the cause of their nature. Some spells took years to cast. Echoes would linger for centuries, harmonizing with new magic in an unending symphony. It must have been beautiful.
About blood magic?
You said that the censure against blood magic was a superstition.
I did. It's fortunate Cassandra is not within earshot. Most modern cultures forbid blood magic. Publicly, even Devinter disapproves of it. But as I said, magic is magic. It matters only in how it is used.
I mean, I agree with that. I feel like there could be some interesting ways that you could use blood magic in like a good way, right? Because Meryl used blood magic and she never turned or like got possessed by a demon. Blood magic seems interesting as the subject.
I'd be interested in learning more about blood magic.
I would teach you if I knew it. Unfortunately, using blood magic seems to make it more difficult to enter the Fade. You understand why I never bothered to learn it. A shame, as it is extremely powerful, provided it remains a tool, not a crutch, nor a passion.
Tell me about ancient elves.
I'd like to know more about the elves from before our time.
The Dalish strive to remember Hallam Shiral, but Hallam Shiral was merely a fumbling attempt to recreate a forgotten land.
Arlathan.
Elvanan was the empire, and Arlathan its greatest city. Place of magic and beauty, lost to time.
What else?
You've studied ancient elves. What else do you know of Arlathan?
We hear stories of them living in trees, and imagine wooden ramps or Dalish Erebels. Imagine instead spires of crystal twining through the branches, palaces floating among the clouds. Imagine beings who lived forever, for whom magic was as natural as breathing. That is what was lost.
Tell me more of the Dalish.
Are all Dalish elves like my clan?
No. Your clan was unique in having enough interest in human affairs to send you to spy upon the Divine's meeting. As your clans have been separate for so long, they have all changed, adapting to the lands in which they live. Some are no more than bandits, others trade freely with humans, and some have disappeared entirely into the forests.
Tell me about city elves.
What can you tell me about elves living in human cities?
The culture in alienages or among the slaves of Devinter is like any of the impoverished and powerless. They cling to memories of a better past, and practice a few rituals to distinguish themselves from humans.
That's it.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
There we go. Okay, we can upgrade some potions maybe in the meantime. Don't have enough for that. I do have for that, but not that. Don't have a Black Lotus. Don't have any tonics. I can do that. Or potency. No, not potency. Need other stuff for that. What about grenades and even fire? Don't have enough. Okay. Can go ahead and go to Leliana then.
Your enchanter Vivienne lives well. She remains loyal to the Circle and the Chantry.
So you say.
Have you seen otherwise?
I have seen someone who says the right words, but with no spirit behind them.
Ooh.
It seems Blackwall knows nothing about the disappearance of the Grey Wardens. It's a disappointment. I am, however, glad that he is with us, even if he was not what I expected. He seems to be a good man, and his experience will be an asset to the Inquisition. As for the other Wardens, I suppose we will have to keep looking.
Any updates?
Anything I should know?
I've nothing to report at the moment.
I'll leave you to your work.
There we go. Can go into the Chantry. Hello, Vivian. Anything to talk about? Think we did this? I'm not sure. Tell me about the Circle.
I wanted to ask you about the Circle of Magi.
Of course. What do you wish to know?
Tell me about the Templars.
You must have an opinion of the Templars after living so long in the Circle.
Having opinions about Templars, my dear, is exactly like having opinions about mages or Navarrans or men. I have known some who were impossible to endure and some who were utterly charming. I have suffered insults at the hands of those in the armor, but no more than I endured from nobles or tradesmen in Val Royaux. Personally, I have found the Templars a useful tool, skilled at keeping more unpleasant elements at bay.
Wasn't the Circle disbanded?
If the Circle disbanded, how can you still belong to it?
The Circle is an idea, my dear, and an idea cannot be dissolved. Many of the first enchanters voted for rebellion, caring little that anything short of a unanimous decision would pit mage against mage. Rather than dissolving it, Grand Enchanter Fiona's vote split the Circle in two. The rebels follow her, the loyalists follow me.
Shouldn't you replace Fiona?
If you led all the loyalists, why are you only First Enchanter and not Grand Enchanter?
Grand Enchanters are elected, and since there are no First Enchanters besides myself, no vote can be held. I could name myself Grand Enchanter, but the title holds no meaning now. When the circles are restored, that will change.
What was Circle life like?
What was it like to live in a Circle?
My dear, your question is the root of all problems with mages. I cannot tell you. Every Circle was different. Their Templars were different, their politics unique. And every person within each tower had an experience of Circle life unique to themselves. Some people suffered and some were content. Some were cruel, some compassionate, and some indifferent. The same is true of people everywhere, in all circumstances, whether they are mages or not.
What about your experience?
So tell me about your personal experience with the Circle.
I enjoyed life in the Montsimard Circle, my dear. It was an edifice devoted to knowledge and refinement. And there is comfort to be had, you know, in the company of fellow mages. Those born without magic will never truly understand us.
Was confinement hard?
You must have been under constant supervision, being forced by Templars to live in the tower. Was that hard to endure?
My dear, I have a suite in the palace and a wing at my dear Duke Bastien's estate. I have never been forced to live anywhere. Most circles allowed mages to live away from the tower, either on their own or in service to the nobility. All that was required was permission from the first enchanter. Some circles were harsher in their restrictions. Kirkwall was the worst, but it was the exception. Most were quite permissive, perhaps too permissive in retrospect.
I feel like that's only her perspective on how it is, though, like her story, because I feel like most of the mages that we met, they were literally not allowed to fucking leave because they will be threatened, you know? Like, leaving was basically death. How did the rebellion start?
How did we come to this state with the circles in revolt?
A failure of perspective that infected Circle leadership. Mages lived solely in a world of Templars and mages. They could not even imagine what was beyond the tower walls. Kirkwall gave the world a reason to remember its fear of magic. A mage killed hundreds with a snap of their fingers. Across Thedas, a new tangible fear of magic grew. Commoners and nobles alike called out to the Chantry for protection. But the malcontents in the towers thought nothing of this. They cared only for themselves and for their anger at the new Templar restrictions. When a mage attempted to assassinate Divine Justinia, again, the mages protested the investigation. The leadership chose to vote on independence based on the intolerable conditions imposed by the Templars, sparing no thought to the fact that magic was more feared in the aftermath of these attacks than it had been since Tevinter's day. So long as they had their freedom, they could care little for riots, angry mobs, or about pitting mages against each other.
Do you know Fiona?
Are you familiar with Grand Enchanter Fiona?
We've met. Before her horrendously ill-timed and selfish vote for independence, I thought her adequate at her job. In her dotage, she could not handle looking after the well-being of so many people. We would have done better to replace her years ago, to let her spend time gardening.
Sounds a bit jealous there. Were they justified?
Did they have cause to rebel?
In the aftermath of their terrorist attacks? Was that really the most opportune time to break away? By all means, protest abuses by the Templars. Just don't do it in a way that says mages support wholesale murder. By voting when they did, my colleagues all but declared war upon the ordinary people of Thedas. A war in which we are outnumbered 100 to 1.
Mages are fighting mages.
I thought the fighting was only between mages and Templars. Why are mages fighting mages?
The vote for independence was carried by only a small margin, but Fiona chose to let the motion stand. Those who opposed a rash declaration of war against the entire free world had little choice. By breaking from the Chantry when they did, the rebels declared themselves in support of mass murder. Anyone who did not wish to support terrorism and the slaughter of innocents was forced to take arms against the rebels.
Interesting. It's interesting to hear that the mages have different perspectives upon it. Like, some still want to be, or like still want to have the circle be a thing, right? But I feel like from Vivienne's perspective, it's more of a... She lived a privileged life, right? So I feel like it's a bit different compared to everyday mages that have lived there. The Disciples of Andraste. The Disciples of Andraste are unique in all of history. The cult preceded the Chantry and kept itself so hidden and isolated that it actually survived to modern day. The Disciples made their home in the Frostback Mountains in a village called Haven, which is now a sanctuary for pilgrims of the Chantry. It is understood that the Disciples were descendants of the first followers of Andraste, who brought her ashes to Ferelden and built the Templar to house it. Because they had pledged themselves to the keeping of the Temple of Sacred Ashes, the Disciples of Andraste never left the Frostbacks. For 900 years they kept strangers away, killing all who came close, and were completely oblivious to the world that advanced beyond the boundaries of their home. Having developed separately from the traditions of the Andrastian Chantry, the Disciples were led by revered fathers. However, little else is known about the original beliefs of the Disciples, for they had turned from their noble heritage by the time that they were discovered. Almost all scholars believe that the century-long isolation imposed upon the village led to the necessity for inbreeding. This practice likely led to a greater incidents of madness, which may explain why the cult was at the time of its discovering in 930 worshipping a high dragon. According to writings discovered in Haven, the disciples of Andraste showed reverence to the dragon, believing it to be the prophet reborn. The egg clutches and draglings of the dragon were afforded great honor for being Andraste's offspring, and were cared for by the cult. The dragon never attacked the cult, being cunning enough to recognize how this arrangement benefited it. In 940 Dragon, the disciples were wiped out by the hero of Ferelden, who was on a quest to retrieve the sacred ashes of Andraste. From Before Andrastianism, The Forgotten Faith by Sister Rondwyn of Tantervale. Andraste, Bride of the Maker. There was once a tiny fishing village on the waking sea that was set upon by the Tevinter Imperium, which enslaved the villagers to be sold in the markets of Minrafus, leaving behind only the old and infirm. One of the captives was the child Andraste. She was raised in slavery in a foreign land. She escaped and made the long and treacherous journey back to her homeland alone. She rose from nothing to be the wife of an Alamari warlord. Each day she sang to the gods, asking them to help her who remained slaves in Tevinter. Asking them to help her people who remained slaves in Tevinter. The false gods of the mountains and the winds did not answer her, but the true God did. The Maker spoke. He showed her all the works of his hand, the fate, the world, and all the creatures therein. He showed her how men had forgotten him, lavishing devotion upon mute idols and demons, and how he had left them to their fate. But her voice had reached him, and so captivated him that he offered her a place at his side, that she might rule all of creation. But Andraste would not forsake her people. She begged the Maker to return to save his children from the cruelty of the Imperium. Reluctantly, the Maker agreed to give man another chance. Andraste went back to her husband Mepharath and told him all the Maker had revealed to her. Together, they rallied the Alamari and marched forth against the mage lords of the Imperium, and the Maker was with them. The Maker's sword was creation itself, fire and flood, famine and earthquake. Everywhere they went, Andraste sang to the people of the Maker, and they heard her. The ranks of Andraste's followers grew until they were a vast tide washing over the Imperium. And when Mepharath saw that the people loved Andraste and not him, a worm grew within his heart, gnawing upon it. At last the armies of Andraste and Mepharath stood before the very gates of Minrafus, but Andraste was not with them, for Mepharath had schemed in secret to hand Andraste over to the Tevinter. For this, the Archon would give Mepharath all the land to the south of the waking sea. And so, before all the armies of the Alamari and of Tevinter, Andraste was tied to a stake and burned while her earthly husband turned his armies aside and did nothing, for his heart had been devoured. But as he watched the pyre, the Archon softened. He took pity on Andraste and drew his sword and granted her the mercy of a quick death. The Maker wept for his beloved, cursed Mepharath, cursed mankind for their betrayal, and turned once again from creation, taking only Andraste with him. And Our Lady sits at his side, where she still urges him to take pity on his children. From the Sermons of Justinia II. Got some loot, got elf root from there. The Black City. No traveler to the faith can fail to spot the Black City. It is one of the few constants of that ever-changing place. No matter where one might be, the city is visible, always far off, for it seems that the only rule of geography in the Fate is that all points are equidistant from the Black City. The chant teaches that the Black City was once the seat of the Maker, from whence he ruled the fate left empty when men turned away from him. Dreamers do not go there, nor do spirits. Even the most powerful demons seem to avoid the place. It was golden and beautiful once, so the story goes, until a group of powerful Magister Lords from the Tevinter Imperium devised a means of breaking in. When they did so, their presence defiled the city, turning it black, which was perhaps the least of their worries. From Beyond the Veil, Spirits and Demons by Enchanter Midramol. Let's see, is anything else further down? Something here. Got some loot. Got gold, elf fruit, and spindleweed. What about here? Nothing. A letter here. Misplaced notes. Notes written by one of the scholars responsible for restoring Haven. The notes have obviously come loose from a ledger of some sort. It took weeks scrubbing bloodstains from the stone. One of two things is true. Either stone is more porous than I thought, or Maker's beard, there must have been a lot of blood. How many people died? I'm so relieved I didn't have to deal with the altars of sacrifice the first arrivals found. Those were tossed off a cliff, I think. So now we just have to deal with the stains on the walls and floors. If this doesn't clean up in a day or two, I'm asking for some fresh plaster. Maybe we can cover them up. Still, it's not all bad. Haven is a beautiful place, and while working in the dungeons, we found scraps of paper with writing that looks like Brother Ferdinand's genitives. He was held here for weeks before the hero of Ferelden found him. Anything in here? Doesn't look like it. Okay, there we go. I think that's about it for down here. Yeah. We can go back up then, maybe speak with Mother Giselle. We can also speak with Josephine.
I don't know if Apothecary Don can get you that many healing drafts, revered mother.
If he cannot, then he may simply tell me no.
Yes, revered mother.
And if he does wish to tell me no, I would appreciate him doing so in person.
Yes, revered mother.
Greetings, Herald of Andraste.
Let's talk about the Chantry.
Growing up Dalish, I heard little about your Chantry. Can you tell me about it?
Of course. Too many think that the Chant of Light should only be sung by humans. The truth is that knowledge of the Maker and Andraste should be open to all who wish to learn of him. We believe the Maker created us, and that mankind's sinful nature caused him to turn away. With Andraste's blessing, the Maker will forgive mankind once the Chant of Light is sung from all corners of this world.
How do you view magic?
What is your stance on magic?
Andraste put it simply. Magic must serve man, not rule over him. However, those words must be put into the proper historical context. Andraste led a rebellion against the Tevinter Imperium, whose magisters controlled most of the world at the time. Even then, she never called for all mages to be put to death. She believed in peaceful coexistence.
The Chantry is more stringent.
I don't recall the Chantry being as tolerant of magic as you describe.
No. The Chantry is an imperfect vessel, pulled in every direction by those who would steer its course. Yet the Templars rebelled precisely because divine Justinia was not restrictive enough. Perhaps the Inquisition will find a better way.
Why only human women?
Why does the Chantry allow only human women to become priestesses?
The official doctrine is that elves and dwarves have turned further from the Maker than humanity. And as for men, the chant holds that they are more vulnerable to anger or passion. But in truth, it is simply political. Added after Andraste's death, like too many of our beliefs.
If you believe that, fight.
If you don't believe these restrictions are what Andraste wanted, why haven't you tried to change them?
Has the current state of the world not taught you the folly of fighting too many battles at once? I chose to use what power I had to help peasants forgotten by the nobles of Orlais. I believed there would be time to address their inequality under the Chantry once we had saved them from starving.
What about the exalted marches?
There were calls for an exalted march to put down the Mage Rebellion. What was your opinion?
It was ignorant gossip. An exalted march only succeeds when it carries the will of the people. Even then, it cannot be undertaken lightly. People are too easily frightened. We cannot destroy everything they fear. An exalted march is justified only against a true threat to this whole world. It is an offense to the Maker to use it as a political bludgeon, or as a means of spreading the chant of light.
A march destroyed the Dales.
A pity voices like yours were not louder when an exalted march crushed my people.
That is a hotly debated matter in some circles of the Chantry. Your people had conquered Montsemerd and threatened Valreo itself. They were not helpless victims. But even then, Orlais was the only nation to provide troops. It was hardly an exalted march of all the faithful. The Maker wishes his world to spread by example, not by war. We win no converts with blood.
Farewell.
Until next time.
Mother Giselle says we're losing fewer patients to fever thanks to your work. Good. The Maker is watching over us. All right.
He's like, yeah, sure, the Maker.
Good day to you.
Anything to report?
What do the people make of us?
Despite our fame, we're low on steadfast allies. We must aim for more.
How are our guests?
Any visiting dignitaries I should watch out for?
None in particular. Our guests are well pleased with what they've seen.
That's good. Okay, let's see. I know I got a few codexes, so I'll quickly go over those. Let's see, where are they? Is it this one? I don't think I've seen this one. A horsemaster's notes on mounts. Never seen a proud rider atop a regal mount? That's your failing. Such animals are common enough, but they're a cost. So you keep them away from chance of blight, theft, attack. All the nonsense that makes for poor stabling. These aren't working beasts with the fire burned out of their eyes so they can suffer a plow. These creatures are about spirit. A proper mount isn't some noble's plaything on a hunt. It's your everyday, and you'd better match it to deserve it. On horses, you've never had a mount like the Ferelden Forder, a hardy warmblood. Don't let the size fool you. They are not meant for the farm. Centuries of careful breeding have taken common stock and produced a glory, a creature as much as at home in a charge as they are in a march across nations. But for all the stamina and speed they place at your command, press too far, and you'll be picking dirt from your teeth. They know their rule and expect that you know yours. Warning and promise and all that. On the flames of the Inquisition armed charger. Never in all my days did I think I would handle such barding. Never mind the quality of the breed. A true purebred lineage, clad in the hallmarks of a master, the combination is one of a kind. And this animal knows it. Mount and rider meant for greatness don't disappoint. The bar has been set very, very high. Groups. The Ben Hasrav re-educators. Detainee has already confessed to resisting arrest when Ben Hasraf came for his co-worker. Circumstantial evidence suggests that he was part of group planning to become Talfashov. Co-worker died attempting to escape. Detainee requires evaluation for possible reintroduction into society instead of Comac treatment. He is being denied sleep and given restricted portions of food and water as noted below. Day 1, detainee restrained, given water but no food. Detainee requested to use latrine, was told cleanliness part of the Kyun and he decided to attack the Kyun. Detainee asked why he murdered Ben Hasraf, responded that he had only defended himself. Detainee eventually urinated on the floor. Day 2, detainee given light food and water, thought he could use latrine if he could demonstrate ability to follow the Kyun. Detainee asked why he murdered Ben Hasraf, answered that he fought them to protect the co-worker and did not murder them. Detainee told that lying is unacceptable under the Kyun. Detainee observed re-educators eating and drinking and engaging in conversation about daily activities while detainee stood. Day 3. Detainee refused food and water, was taken outside and shown Kalaba rooting through garbage for food. Detainee told he is similar to Kalaba as neither he nor it follows the Kyun. Also told Kalaba is better than detainee as Kalaba is too stupid to follow the Kyun while detainee could follow it, but made conscious choice to refuse. Detainee asked why he murdered Ben Hasraf. Detainee answered that he was angry and trying to protect his friend. Detainee shown drawings of dead Tamasrans and children, told these were drawings of people in Saharan killed by Talfashov. Detainee told all Talfashov do this, and if detainee wishes to be Talfashov, he must go to education center and kill Tamasrans now. Detainee became visibly upset. Detainee asked why he murdered Ben Hasraf, answered that he was wrong and lied to by his co-worker. Day 5. Detainee continues to show remorse, is visibly happy when reminded that Kyun offers place for all people. Detainee washed, given no clothes and food, and allowed to sleep. Upon waking, detainee asked whether he would prefer to be Talfashov or Kunari. Detainee answered that he will remain Kunari. Detainee released to road crew for simple labor and will be watched by observers on team. From a Ben Hasraf re-education report smuggled out of Parvalan. Oof, that sounds fucking tough. And then we have Kunari Ben Hasraf. Suggesting that all Ben Hasraf are spies is like assuming that all craftsmen are carpenters. The Ben Hasraf form a significant portion of the Kunari priesthood, tending to a variety of tasks within Kunari society. In Kunari cities, Ben Hasraf serve as something akin to a town guard, investigating anything that disrupts the orderly function of the city. Ben Hasraf re-educates street criminals and rebels against the Kyun, determining whether they must destroy the subject's mind using a poison known as Kamek. Those they can rehabilitate through treatment and educations are later transferred to simple work details. In contested or war-ridden areas, Ben Hasraf coordinated with the Kunari military to track the dreaded Talfashov rebels, a function similar to bounty hunting. Outside Kunari borders, Ben Hasraf agents primarily observe and report. While this may seem underhanded, it is no more than most nations do with their own spies, and the Kunari are perhaps rightly in retrospect extremely concerned with the danger our culture's comparatively liberated mages pose. Our assumption that all Ben Hasrafs are malicious spies bent on bringing Orlais into the Kyun has no basis in fact. It is simple prejudice prejudice against a race whose appearance unsettles us, compounded by a guilty conscience at seeing how many peasants, especially elves, prefer the life on the Dukun to life on our Empress. The Qunari are a society of people with a different culture and different values, but people nevertheless, as complex and nuanced as Orlais. From the lion and the bull, racial bias, and oversimplifications of Qunari societal roles in the Orlesian court offer unknown. Let's see, we also have places. Here it is, Saharon. The goal is fear. The Qunari and Saharon's markets must fear that everyone who serves their food is a rebel looking for a chance to slip poison onto a Qunari's plate. The rebels must fear that every farmer they pass in the fields is a Ben Hastra spy ready to bring soldiers running. And the commoners, the peasants, they must fear everyone. They see rebels light fires that kill Qunari and commoner alike. They see Ben Hasref arrest commoners who all know they are innocent. But when these do not occur naturally, it is our duty to catalyze the process. Only when the commoners of Saharon fear the rebels and hate the Qunari will the Imperium be seen as the preferable option. The actions we take here may seem cruel, but to succeed we must agitate until all of Saharon hates both the rebels and the Qunari for their actions. Only when the people are broken can we save them. Only when they fear, all others will accept the aid of the Imperium. Any good soldier would kill 10 men to save 20. We must bring terror to Saharon so that we might one day bring peace. From a training manual given to the Finto operatives joining the Sekari, whose existence has been officially denied. Okay, that's about it. We can go now to the war table then. Let's see. Okay. Commander Cullen, it would be an honor to serve the Inquisition and prove the mettle of the Orlesian Chevaliers by doing the Maker's work. I accept your generous offer wholeheartedly and will arrive in good time with those men loyal to me. It will be my privilege to order the Inquisition troops into holy battle against those who would threaten the order of the Empire. In the Maker's grace, Lord Jean Gaspard of Leeds. Choose a successor in Leeds. A fragment of Ben Hasraf information report. With Jean Gaspard removed from play, Carolina or Monette will almost certainly be the next Duchess of Leeds. As the struggle intensifies, Carolina has sent agents to cause a scandal, judging that Monette does not have the skill to avoid such snares. Monette has relied upon Mother Renette, her mentor in the Chantry, for advice upon how to strengthen her claim to the duchy, and her mother, in an attempt to protect Monette, has sent mercenaries to threaten Carolina's life. So Liliana says, Carolina has overplayed her hand by giving her agents so much information. I can turn that on her and leave her reputation in tatters. Josephine is not participating in this. And our troops can easily stop the mercenaries, and Carolina's plan should put her into position to be the next Duchess. I think I will go with Liliana for this one.
Let's see what we have.
Let's see. We also had some stuff here. Red Jenny Inquisition needs bees. We have received weapon plans and located an apiary to supply us. When the idea was presented, the beekeeper tender hit his fingers and snared. Of course, quite disturbing. We have this we need to take care of. The refugees in the hinterlands face threats from bandits, demons, apostate mages, and Templar deserters. Building watchtowers in the area will help Inquisition forces ensure the safety of refugees and farmers. The appropriate building sites have already been marked. There are nobles near Redcliffe who will gladly help the Inquisition if we make them an offer, or my soldiers will have those towers up in short order. We can do that.
All right.
Let's go back to Orlais. Let's see. We also have this. I was correct. Spreading word that the Inquisition was allied with the Grey Wardens meant messages of support poured in. With the treaties in hand, we have managed to secure new recruits and donations of both gold and equipment. The commander will make good use of them. Josephine got gold and griffin robes. And then we have this. Investigate the strange chalk markings. From Rector's reports, do you know this sign? A triangle point down, two wavy lines through it. A lookout spotted it in chalk on a ruined wall close to one of our outposts. A cursory inquiry into the symbol has revealed nothing. Archivists are still looking. Argent thinks he saw the symbol or something very like it, scrawled in a ledger that belongs to Comtesse de Bayard. A sweep was done. As you ordered, almost every outpost of ours has been marked in this manner. Many believe we are being watched. To what end? We do not know. Okay, Colin is not participating in this. What about a decoy outpost set up near a trade route and watch carefully? If someone decides to take out their piece of chalk, we'll have them. Or I could follow up on Argent's lead. The Comtesse de Bayard is reclusive and has remained steadfastly neutral in all matters, but I'm certain I can find some way to gain her cooperation. I like the sound of Liliana's one, so I think I'm gonna wait for that. Okay, we can go back then to the hinterlands. Here we go. Who shall we bring? I think I'll bring Cassandra. I can bring Varric and Solus. We can also see now where the treaties may be here in the hinterlands. We can open the map. They're right here. Okay, then I need to bring Blackwall with me so I can change my party up a bit. Can do it like that then. There we go. Let's go here. And they're up there. I believe if I go via here, I should get there safe and sound. Can get this ram. Did it drop anything? Yes, it did. Oh, there's another one there. Beautiful. See. Did it drop anything? No. Okay, let's just go there then. I think I'm also going to explore more of this area while I'm at it. And there's another one there, so maybe I can make my way like that if there's a way to go through there. Otherwise I'll have to like see what's there and maybe go like that. Get the iron. There we go.
We'll need to look around.
Ah, here you go. Ooh, maps of the deep
Inquisition could
road.
benefit from this.
There we go. Okay, now we can set a marker to here. Let's get all of this. There we go. I just realized I should have equipped my Varric with like the bees, maybe. See how that works. Maybe I can do that now while I'm at the camp anyway. Okay, Varric. Let's see, you wanna try the bees? There you go. See how that will work in combat. And I go up here somehow. Ah, fire here. Can get that. Chain lightning. There we go. They didn't drop anything, however. Okay, let's see what is in this direction. It's a big waterfall. Is the treasure behind the waterfall? And the chain lightning here. Oh man, it's running away. Can do it like that. There you go. There you go. Okay, let's see. Got ram ladder. Oh, there's something here. Camp. You got gold and masterwork sturdy Bianca grip. Ooh. Should have found this sooner so I could have put it on Bianca. While I was making the armor. Okay, something up here. There is something behind the waterfall. Okay, let's see. You can do emulate here, perhaps. Let's see. How does this work? A jar of bees. The chain lightning. There you go.
Mercenaries.
Looks like Carta. Lyrium smuggling would be profitable around here.
A bowstring. Oh, royal elf fruit is here. Some iron. More here. Ah, nug. I need a key, I see. I have to find it somehow. Okay, let's see what is in this direction. Oh, there's a exclamation mark there. Got something here. Ooh, burned body. A letter found on a corpse. She told us right and proper, son. 3 times around the crown statue, right hand close enough to brush the stone itself, and the spirits will listen. Everything else has been done. We slipped a silver to the chantry to save grandfather's body from the burning, and he's buried close by. 3 times around, always turning right, and the spirits will bring him back to us. Go now and don't be afraid. Huh, interesting. We got a logging stand here. There we go. Anything else? Got a fennec. There we go. Die, fennec. A fennec fur. Ah, is this the statue? It has a crown. I can claim it, that's good. Saga Tirda, bright ex-mother of our mother. First stanza. Honey-tongued was Felm to Tirda, gifts of gold and steel to start. Wanted Tirda's men for warrior, stolen tribe for from stolen heart. Called her tribe, the gold hand counseled, lean from winter's white knife chill. Be my bride and cross the waking, eat the gilded city's fill. Tirda's bright axe fraught with fury, crystal axe head stirred to blaze. Heeded well her leaf-eared lover, unabashed by lustful gaze. None shall break my tribe apart, not with demon words that kill. Fear my fury's fiery rays. Dream words lie their first on slacking. So I have to walk in circles like here? How many times am I supposed to do so? Ooh. Oh no, it's grandfather. New chain lightning. Maybe you can put that on. New energy barrage. There we go. Let's see. Enhanced belt of spirit resistance. Can take that. Let's see. Accessories. New. Perhaps black wall. What do you have? Staggering. You don't have any. What's this? Extra grenade, I see. I don't really have a whole lot for you. Okay, let's see. What does this lead? Got some crystal grace here. Got some iron. Drakestone. Deep mushroom. Oh, there's some Drakestone up there. Maybe I can get up there? There we go. Oh. Crystal grace here. Can take that. Deep mushroom. Iron. And a fennec. It's right behind the tree. Oh, my. Fucking outsmarting us. Oh, there's also other people here. Oh. Okay, no chain lightning, perhaps. Okay, oof. No energy barrage. There we go. Ooh, there's another one of those big dudes. Okay, let's see. Can put this down. Oh, goodbye. Chain lightning, energy barrage. Let's get myself this. Okay, let's see. Any more out? Ooh, I got Hayden's razor. Gold. Jagged battle axe and infusion primer. Fennec fur. Enhanced counter-strike ring and infusion primer. Oh, there's another one there. Okay. Obligate cutter and cotton. Figurine of Mafaraf and cotton. Nice. Can put this down. There you go. There's more loot here. Fake griffin feather charm. Is there another one here? Saying in that direction. Lover's knot, right half, lustrous cotton. Okay. There's a letter here as well. Or loot. You got orders. Can take that. Letter on a bandit in the hinterlands. The patrol pattern is not negotiable. Upon any encounter resulting in injuries, mark trail and withdraw to the villa. We must remain in fighting condition to apply appropriate force and keep refugees clear from the area. Take that. Okay, we also leveled up. Soulless. Let's see. Okay. Okay, I think I was planning on getting the ice armor right for him, so I can get that. And then Ferric. Let's see. I wanna get the throwing blades. They sound good. Cheap shot, your critical hits tear through enemy armor, leaving it stunned for a short time. Can get that. There we go. And black wall. Let's see. I feel like I want to try to get charging bull. It's because I can get guard from it. So let's see. Let's do war cry for now. There we go. Okay. Oh, we're close by here now. Okay, we can go in that direction. Ooh, there's a chest there. Got gold and a dagger. Excuse me? Oh. There we go. Fennec for... There's something here. Oh, it's crystal grace. Nice. What is going on there? Oh, it's a camp.
Found blankets.
Oh, Maker be praised. What did you have to trade?
Nothing. The Inquisition's giving them out. Enough for everyone.
You are welcome. Saga of Tyr, the Bright Axe of our mother, 8th stanza. Tyrda Bright Axe, a far chieftain, strong her tribe with dwarven trade. Battles brought to men and demons, won with wisdom, fire, and blade. Then did Tyrda look to Hendir, dwarf prince friend, children giver, took her freedom, Hendir glad, wished her what he could not give her. Choose her child to stand as chieftain. After all last wrongs were righted, gifted goods of worldly want left her tribe no more benighted. Skyward, one last track she made. To her lover, dream delivered. Raven feathered, reunited. Hearts both whole, now neither aching. Ooh, there's a bear. Chain lightning on it. And perhaps emulate. Can do energy barrage. And do chain lightning. Get the goat. Oh, there's also outlaws. Get this real quick. Where did the outlaws go? Oh, here they are. Here we go. New energy barrage. There's another one there. The chain lightning. There we go. Where is he going? Leave the ram be. Oh, there's a chest there as well. Oh, come on. Got Paragon, Idoken Carving, Sigil of Greater Mistral, and Amulet of Dexterity. Maybe that could be good for Varric. Sigil. You have found a sigil. Sigils can be attached to armors and give special bonuses along with unique hindrances. Okay, let's see. Here it is. There we go. Doesn't look like it dropped anything. Or it did. There we go. Ram horn. Ooh, there we go. Ooh. There's another one here. Ram leather. Okay, let's see. It's around here, it looks like. There's a camp there.
You know what I like about you, Chuckles? Your boundless optimism.
It's comforting that whatever qualities I lack, you'll invent for me, Varric.
Really? Why else would an elven apostate help crazy chantry folk close a hole in the sky?
When you put it like that, I must concede your point.
Good find.
There we go. Now we got both of them in the hinterlands. Let's see. Oh, there's also a camp nearby, so we can get that. Here we go. Mark down. Is this where? Oh, it's down there. Okay. Is there a way to safely get down? Ah, right here. Okay.
Decent spot to camp.
It's also just here. There we go. Got gold and barbarian raider cleaver. Nice. Can get that. There we go. Let's see. Ah, the claws are right there as well. We can get those in a bit. And we also have the Mercenary Fortress, Deep Trouble, and the Return Policy. Okay. You can go here then. Ooh, I hear a bear. And put this down. More of the outlaw here from the energy barrage. Put amulet down on it.
Last of them. Come on.
Do chain lightning. Put amulet down again. Can do energy barrage. And chain lightning. There you go. Okay. Ooh, there's one behind. Let's get away from there. See, should get the static cage on it. I can see another fucking bear, Jesus Christ. Can put this down. Ooh, soulless. Can put this down on it. And energy barrage. Oh, is that another one of those? Got Craig Bear Claw. There we go. I thought I saw another one of those guys. Got another one of them. I need one more. That's good. And even toy soldier and cotton. Let's see where this leads then. I hear more fighting. There they are. Okay, let's put this down. And let's see. Can throw that there maybe? Oh, Varric. Can we walk? Okay, here we go. Okay. And can put this down. Oh, I missed so bad. Chin lightning. I missed again, my god. There we go. The energy barrage. And let's see. Lightning. And put this down. Here we go. That should be the last of it, right? Yeah. Let's see what they drop. Eagle, Feather Charm, and Bowstring. Vanguard Armor. And enhanced Caltrops ring. Okay, there we go. I think I will return then to the farm and I can let the guy know that I did it. And then I believe, can we also go to Master Dennet? Oh no, I still need to do that. Okay, never mind then. Then I'm gonna wait with returning the claws first. Let's see. There's a rift here. Maybe I can take care of that. Can I? Ooh, it's level 12. Maybe I shall wait a bit. Let's see. There they are. Hey! Chain lightning. Can put this down on you. You ain't going nowhere. There you go. Let's see. Got assassin's weapon. Some embryum here. We'll take that. And emblem here. Spindleweed. Ah, some buried there, I see. And a bear. Put this down. Let's go to the other way. I need to brush it. There we go. Got bear hide. Got some spindleweed. Let's see. So we can't do that. Maybe we can make our way over here then. Ooh, there's someone there. Okay, let's see. Let's put this there. And then maybe you can put this there. Little chain lightning. There we go. Got some loot. Gold and a guitar. One-sided blade. K9 letter. Okay. We have to go more over there, it looks like. Oh! There we go, is that it? Anything up here? Let's see. Doesn't look like it at the moment. Let's head down. Ooh. Lyrium Smugglers. Renegade Barrage. Where did the other one go? Undercoat. There it is. Chain lightning. Let's see. Got gold and a simple pendant. Get up.
The camp for our supposed bandits lies up ahead, I believe.
There we go. E. Can do chain lightning. Can put this down. And do energy barrage. There we go. Got Chantry's candle stub. And glass holla and some cotton. What about here? Enhanced war cry ring. Actually, we can give that to Blackwall then. I believe. Yeah, we can get rid of this. And war cry. Where is it here? There you go. Maybe actually let's do it like that. Why not? Ooh, there's one of those there. Interesting. And there's also a landmark. Ah, the villa. Okay.
I have heard that your books are very popular, Master Tethras.
I do all right.
I am glad of it.
Really? No sarcasm? No superior attitude?
We live in a dark and angry time, Child of the Stone. So much of what people believe has come crashing down. If you bring them a little peace with the worlds you make between the pages, you have done more than most.
Grand Forest Villa. that the lush and beautiful Grand Forest Villa, so far from Redcliffe Castle, seems odd until one learns the history behind its construction. More than an age before the Orlesian occupation of Ferelden, R. Jason Giron ordered its construction to serve as comfortable living quarters for his close friend, famed singer and swordsman Sir Coram the Bard. Arlessa Marguerite, Jason's wife, evidently understood and supported her husband's relationship with Coram, only stipulating that the bard not live at the castle to avoid any public scandal. I see. All Jason's Right was a popular tavern song for many years, jokingly honoring the All's attempt to return from the villa before the sun rose. Sir Coram lived happily there until his death in bed at age of 90. Several years after the death of Earl Jason himself, the aged Arlessa Marguerite ordered Coram's body burned with full honors in a hunting cloak that belonged to the Earl. After Sir Coram's death, the villa was used by the Earl's family for guests and a summer home for younger family members. It was abandoned during the chaos of the Fifth Blight. Excerpt from Living Redcliffe by Sister Dorcas Guerin. Okay, we can also go here then. Let's see. Go one there. One there. Okay. There. And where? There. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Can go in here then. Ooh, there's a tall dude. Can put this down. Chain lightning. There's another one here. Put this down. There you go. Got Dwarven Rock Crusher. There's a room here, it looks like. With Ferelden Banner. What's this? An unsigned letter. I don't care if you got an archdemon himself lighting your asses on fire. The mercenaries provide enough protection for you to continue the operation. If necessary, more will be dispatched to your location. Keep the dogs working and keep the product moving. Delays will not be tolerated. There you go. Let's see. Oh, there's another dude here. Some chain lightning. And let's put this down. There we go. Let's see what he dropped. Chauncey candle stub. Anything up in here? There's a ladder we can go up to. And keen deathroot Vitar. Let's climb this. Can go up again. Oh, and again. A mosaic piece is here. And some loot. Gold and an apprentice armor. There we go. Here we go. Let's check out the other side here. It's another ladder we can climb. Let's see. Oh, hello. New energy barrage. There we go. Got a jade thing. Let's see what's over here. Ooh, more people I see. Okay, let's see. We can do that. And put this down. Oh, let's get away from that. No chain lightning here. You should take this black wall. Ooh. Ah, that's the leader, I see. Can do energy barrage. Put this down. Wrong. There we go. Chain lightning again. There we go. Okay, let's see. Got an Antivan medallion of service. Gold enhanced belt of health and masterwork vanguard armor. Ooh, that's pretty good. Hunter armor. Let's see. Ah, and the key. Yeah, Valamar key. A letter from the Carta. We hired your mercenary organization to facilitate his business venture, not add complications. In order for the Carta to extract the product without attracting undue attention, the area must be free from observation. If the fighting between the Apostate mages and the Renegade Templars is insufficient, your efforts were to dissuade refugees from exploring the area and interfering with our operation. We are meeting at our primary base of operation in Valamar to determine the next course of action. At your earliest convenience, send representatives to the location marked to explain the situation and obtain new instructions. An unsigned letter found in a remote mountain villa. Take that. I think I will... Ooh, there's something there as well. Okay, I'll read this real quick and then I will leave the episode here. The Inquisition's growing presence in the area represents a threat to the operation. Focus efforts on discouraging any further exploration in the area, particularly any efforts to give comfort to the refugees at the crossroads. We cannot have people putting down roots here. There we go. So I think I'll leave this episode here, and then the next we can get all of the shards, it looks like. And we can also do return policy, and maybe we can also go to here to see what the hell is going on there exactly. So I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye.